If you've ever played GTA Online, you've probably met some interesting players and had some great interactions. Sometimes it's not all fun and games. There are some people on GTA Online who will have you yelling at the screen, "You're just the worst!" These annoying and slightly aggressive players can really dampen your online experience. This video is dedicated to them. Now before we go into our number one pick, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And for more awesome countdowns like this and all your video game news, subscribe to The Gamer. Number 10. The Music Blaster. So you've just gotten into a game of GTA Online and can't wait to get a 5-star police chase through the city of Los Santos with your best friend. You can't wait to drive through Mount Chiliad with the FIB chasing behind you. Everything is planned and perfect until you hear that noise. The distorted bass and crunched up vocals fill your eardrums with pollution. It sounds like awful rap music, but you can't really tell what it is because it's just noise to you. Well, you've met the Music Blaster. The Music Blaster doesn't care for you in the slightest. He may think he's doing something really nice by letting the whole lobby listen to music, but no one asked to listen to the terrible noise he calls music. Of course, you can mute Music Blaster. But come on, there's no reason to blast music when everyone is trying to have some fun. Also, no one actually wants to go through all the online players to find the Music Blaster, if there are multiple people with mics on. Don't even get us started on the Music Blasters who also sing terribly to their own music. A quick warning to headphone users.
Curse you, Music Blasters, and your incredibly subpar song choices!
Number 9. The Useless Co-op Partner. Co-op missions can be loads of fun if you're in the right group. Getting a group of friends together and tackling heists with great team communications is exactly what Rockstar intended, but sometimes things can take a turn for the worse. If you don't have any friends online, you may decide to do co-op missions alone and match up with players you've never met before. Often these missions will go off without an issue, and you may even make some friends in the process, while other times it's loads of hot garbage. The Useless Co-op Partner will constantly find a way to fail the mission. He'll play as if he's still playing single-player mode, and will drive like he's watched Fast and Furious after having too much to drink. You bet he'll also suck at shooting, even though there is an auto-aim system. Give him a helicopter and you bet he will find a way to crash it into a wind turbine. Pretty much anything that's not too difficult will be impossible for the Useless Co-op player. This player will drive you to question life as you know it, and the failed mission screen will become home after you see it hundreds of times. Number 8. The 1v1 Instigator. Have you ever driven around in free mode and just decided to take out an unsuspecting player? Maybe you're walking along on the street and he shows up in his lime green Zentorno, honking that obnoxious horn over and over again. Whatever the case may be, you decide to take him out, and now he is very salty. He ends up chasing you and finds a way to take you down as well, and then requests to have a one-on-one deathmatch. Nothing wrong with that, but then he takes you out again and again, and well, you get the picture. The 1v1 Instigator wants to show you how much better he is than you. You have damaged his ego, and he is now forced to defend his honor in a video game. If you do not accept this challenge, you better believe he will send you message after message, becoming more sadistic and aggressive with each he sends. The worst part of this is that the 1v1 Instigator will sometimes go into passive mode once he starts giving you the business. How can he call you a coward when he's the one turning transparent? Some people just don't get it. Number 7. The KD Ratio Bragger. Video games are all about bragging rights, but sometimes players can take things too far. We all know that Call of Duty player who brags about his stats so much, you would swear they are actually on his resume. Well, it turns out, people like that guy are in almost every competitive online multiplayer game that exists. The KD Ratio Bragger is the player in GTA Online who believes their free roam KD ratio means anything at all. Odds are he has played Call of Duty at some point, so he believes your KD ratio is the be-all and end-all of video game statistics. To get a good KD ratio in free roam, you just need to stock up on weapons, get in an armored Kuruma, and take down any player you see. In fact, it is incredibly easy to boost your KD ratio in the game because you can simply shoot one of your online friends over and over again until your ratio is astronomically high. The point is, your KD ratio means absolutely nothing in this game. Believe me, KD Ratio Bragger, no one is crying themselves to sleep because their GTA Online KD ratio is under 1. Number 6. The Ultimate Betrayer. Everyone loves the feeling you get from completing co-op missions. Working with a few players you may or may not know and succeed is something so beautiful only gamers can understand. Once the mission is done, you are sent back into free roam and spawn generally close to the players you just worked with to complete the mission. It may be tempting, but there's no way group members will turn on each other after everything you guys have been through, right? Well, the ultimate betrayer will do exactly that. He doesn't care about the friendships he's made or the battles he's won working with you. He's a selfish player who does anything he can to get what he wants, no matter who he hurts in the process. The ultimate betrayer will nonchalantly walk up to you before unleashing every weapon in his arsenal. All his shotguns, snipers, SMGs, and more will be used against his former teammates just to prove he can handle things on his own. How terrible of a person do you have to be to turn on your friends like that? Who are we kidding? Most of us have done this at some point or another. Number 5. The Squeaker. Have you ever gotten into a lobby in GTA Online and were greeted with the most annoying voice you've ever heard? It's high-pitched, it's ear-piercing, and it's downright awful. Hey, some people say my voice is annoying. Yes, I've read your comments. And moving on. If other players are freaking out about how this person sounds like he hasn't hit puberty yet, this is an obvious sign you're dealing with a squeaker. A squeaker is usually an 11 or 12-year-old boy who has had his parents go to GameStop or Best Buy to pick up an M-rated game, which includes Grand Theft Auto 5. The squeaker is one of the staples of the M-rated video game industry. While their voices can get extremely annoying at some times, you learn to put up with it. They're like screaming babies on an airplane flight. You just tune them out, or in this case, you can straight up mute their speaker. The most annoying type of squeaker is the trash talker. Not only are they not even old enough to play the game, but they talk as if they're better than everyone else, and even love to share things they supposedly did with your mother last night. So to all you kids out there, if you're playing GTA 5, that's just fine. Just don't be a trash-talking squeaker. Number 4. The Homing Launcher and Sticky Bomb Abuser. Every video game is going to have abusers. These gamers use everything the community considers overpowered, until the developers are pretty much forced to patch the game, because everyone is using it. Even after the abusers download the patch, there will be something else that is now overpowered, and they will use this new weapon or item all the time. The fact is, you can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. The Homing Launcher and Sticky Bomb Abuser is no exception. Let's face it, these weapons are extremely powerful and can take out pretty much every vehicle in the entire game. Armored vehicles don't stand a chance against these explosives. This type of player will stand in the middle of the road using a homing missile on any player that may try to run him over. If he's not doing that, you bet he's driving around the city wreaking havoc by throwing stick bombs at every single player until they go into passive mode. That said, it's honestly so much fun to drive around Los Santos chucking stick bombs all over the place, but after a few hours it should get a little boring. Number 3. The Predator. Sometimes, just like in real life, we all have to do some boring chores in Grand Theft Auto 5. Maybe Rockstar just awarded you $500,000 for some reason, so you decide to spend some money on a new wardrobe. You go to your garage, leave in your fully customized Nero, and start driving to Ponsonby's to get a gorgeous pinstripe suit that no one wears anymore. On your way there, you check your map to set a waypoint, and notice someone is following right behind you. 2 seconds later, your car blows up, and now you respawn on the street. Not a big deal. Ponsonby's is only 1 block away, so you start walking, and the same guy runs over you. The Predator is one of the most annoying players because for some reason or another, he only has eyes for you. You were just minding your own business, going about your day doing errands, and this guy is always trying to find a way to kill you. Not even rolling with your friends can stop him. It just means he has more victims to pursue. You think he would get bored after killing you tens of times, but he must get some kind of sadistic pleasure from being a predator. Number 2. The Crash Fiend. Racing is one of the most fun activities to do in GTA Online, and it can make you a ton of money. We spend so much in-game currency on these exotic vehicles to put ourselves in the best position to win the race. Heck, some of us even use real-life money to pay for these in-game purchases. Players get so angry when the host takes off custom vehicles because it puts everyone on even footing and takes away their one crutch. Don't even get me started on how some hardcore racers react when you take off custom vehicles and contact. For some reason, it is incredibly rage-inducing. Some players can only win if they use their own custom vehicles and are able to spin other drivers out. The Crash Fiend only has one thing on his mind during a race: destruction. You never want to get up in front of a Crash Fiend, because he'll find a way to execute a pit maneuver and send your car spinning out. If you were in first, well, you're now in last. Even if you pass the Crash Fiend cleanly, he will hit you until you slam into the wall and fly off the track. The Crash Fiend has no shame. Number 1. The Level 8000 Legit Player. Have you ever gotten into a lobby in GTA Online and noticed one player is level 8,000 and has maxed out all his stats? The first thing that pops into your head is, how often does this guy play? And is his life completely comprised of Grand Theft Auto 5? Then you start to think logically and believe that he must have hacked the game. It's the only thing that can make sense, right? Usually these players have a mic, and are pretty much a combination of every terrible type of GTA Online player that we've covered thus far. You name something in the game, and they have it. A 10-car garage full of the most exotic and expensive vehicles the game has to offer. Check. A $500 million yacht? Check. This guy is living the life of extreme luxury. The most hilarious thing about this type of player is they refuse to admit they illegitimately got to level 8,000. They think we're stupid enough to believe they played the game for thousands of hours non-stop for all the glory of being level 8,000. Just tell us the truth, level 8,000 legit player. We totally won't report you for cheating. Let us know about awful types of GTA Online players we may have missed in the comments section below. Also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on The Gamer.